Hi there, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to give you your card for today. Using the black and white Faulkner Tarot deck as usual, and just going to draw you a little tarot card for the day to just see what energy we've got around us. Okay, the card we've got for today is the Wheel card. Now the Wheel card is a Major Arcana card, so it's a big important card in the tarot, and it's about changes happening around you. It's also referred to as the Wheel of Fortune card, and it does talk about a change in luck. So if your luck's been a bit rubbish lately, this card says that things are turning around in that respect, and that there is a more good fortune and luck on the way to you. It tends to be with this card whichever part of the card you're drawn to, because obviously luck goes both ways, and fortune, good fortune, and not so good fortune can kind of chop and change in our lives. You rarely have somebody who is just completely on the up the entire time. We all have our ups and we all have our downs. So it kind of depends what part of the card I'm drawn to. If I'm drawn to the sort of the darker area down at the bottom of the card, then that might be saying that things are not looking quite so good. If we're drawn to the top part of the card here in the right hand corner where it's nice and bright, tends to be talking about a change for the better for us. These cards are actually getting quite old, and I do have a new deck, so I must try and start using those a little bit more. So we've got a nice little crease across the bottom of this one, which is kind of, but it's interesting because sometimes these little things that come in on the cards are important. And I mean, this I always think looks a bit like, it's been there for a little while now, but it kind of looks a bit like a flash of lightning, and it can mean that things change very quickly. When I'm drawn to that part of the card where that sort of streak of lightning comes in, it can mean, real quick change that maybe we weren't expecting quite so much. And the wheel, without that feature on it, tends to be a much smoother change, whereas those really fast changes tend to be the Knight of Swords type of changes, when they're very quick and unexpected, or the Tower even. But this kind of little feature that's crept onto my version of the Wheel card, I think is quite important, and I'm quite drawn to it today. And it's almost like a change of luck that happens in a flash. So be prepared today to see a change around you, and kind of be ready to embrace that change, because sometimes we have all these things happening around us and we resist them, and in that resistance we block the good that comes. But we also wear ourselves out, very often. We need to kind of go with the flow of where the universe takes us. And I'm not saying that we just have to sit back and go, hey ho, life's happening to me, because I don't believe that that's the case either. But if there are situations around you that you can't change, and we do have those around us, all of us, you can change the way you think about them and the way you react to them, which leaves you with much more in the way of options. And it leaves you feeling that although you may not be able to control a situation, you can control an aspect of it, and that aspect of it is how you react to it and how you work with it. The choices that you make as a result of it. So be prepared today for there to be some change. It might be quite unexpected. I'm going to pop down an energy oracle card just to support this card, just to have a little look and see what else there is around in the energy. See if we can see what else we need to know about this change that we have around us. I always feel the Wheel's quite a positive card, to be honest. For me, it tends to arrive to show a change for the better. That's the way it tends to work in my experience. Okay, let's have a little look and see what we've got. Okay, the energy oracle card I've pulled out for us today is all tied up. Okay, and that's a kind of card that is talking about being tied up. Really, it's kind of does what it says on the tin. But in terms of energy, it can be quite stuck, and this wheel card is slightly weird because sometimes it looks to me as if it's moving, and other times it looks to me as if it's not moving. So I feel like the all tied up card is giving us a bit of a message to say that if there's an area for us that is a bit stuck, and that we're kind of a bit caught up in things, it might be time to take our focus away from that and move it on to something else, because then we can free that energy. Sometimes if this looks like it's really not moving, it can talk about a stuckness. So I'm thinking that maybe this is talking about an energy that we are a bit stuck in at the moment. The wheel suggests it is moving. The wheel suggests it will move. I feel like if we take our focus away from it and put our focus on something else, that often that can help, because what happens then is we're not in an energy of feeling like I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for that, this is all horrible, I'm really stuck, this is very pants. And we move it on to something else that's maybe more enjoyable, takes our mind off it. Distraction is a wonderful thing. Go do something else, go outside, move around, change your energy. By changing your energy, you can attract in a better energy and an unstuckness, because what happens is you raise your vibration and the universe then has to deliver something that matches that vibration. If your vibration is not stuck, it can't keep giving you stuckness, it has to give you movement. So I feel like that's what I need to say to you today, is that it's very important to change the way you're reacting to something if you're feeling like you're stuck somewhere, because then you can make it move. It's all about the law of attraction. I work a lot with it and I talk a lot about it, but if you're vibrating at an energy of this is all rubbish, I feel really stuck, I never have any luck, then that's what you attract. If you are able to shift that energy and just kind of go, right, well, I'll leave that situation there, and what I'm going to do is focus on having fun, going out with friends, doing things I enjoy, have a piece of chocolate, whatever it is for you. Don't have to overindulge, but just, you know, dip into something that puts a smile on your face. Distract yourself away from the thing that is rubbish and pants and feels really, you know, stuck and horrible, and your energy will lift, your vibration will lift, and the universe will send you things that are on the same vibration. So good things rather than stuck things. It's kind of a really simple concept, but people overcomplicate it. You don't have to overcomplicate it. It's quite simple. Just take your attention away from the stuck or negative thing in your life and put it on something else. And that sounds like it's really simple, but it kind of is, because you just make a choice. You make a choice to move your energy into something that is more productive and more beneficial to you, and watch how things change, because they will change. I will leave that thought with you for today. So we've got really positive cards, you know, movement, change for the better, a change in fortune. It's just about you changing the way you look at it. You know, if you change the way that you look at things, the things you look at change. Have a look at some books or audio books by Wayne Dyer. He talks brilliantly about this sort of stuff. There's loads and loads of free videos of his on YouTube, and when I put this up on YouTube, I will link to his page so that you can have a look and see if there's something on there that might be appropriate for you. He talks an awful lot of sense, so do feel free to have a little look at him. He's very, very helpful. especially with things like this where we're talking about changing thought processes. I'll leave that with you, and I will be back again tomorrow to do another little card for today for you. And I wish you a good day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.